We've been fighting a long time. We are outnumbered by machines. Working around the clock without quit, humans have a strength that cannot be measured. This is John Connor. If you are listening to this, you are the Resistance. In the year 2029, the world had fallen into the grip of an artificial intelligence known as Skynet. It had become self-aware and launched a devastating nuclear strike on humanity. The war against the machines had begun. Humanity fought back with everything we had. We formed the Resistance, a ragtag group of survivors determined to reclaim our world from the machines. Our fight was grueling, but we never lost hope. It all began with the T-600, the very first infiltrator unit designed by Skynet. Back in the early days, Skynet sought to mimic our human form to move undetected amongst us. But the T-600 had its drawbacks. Clumsy, easily recognizable, and lacking the ability to convincingly mimic emotions, it was far from a seamless infiltration unit. The T-600, covered in a rubber skin that was eerily human-like yet easily recognizable as artificial, sought to integrate into society. Then came the T-800, a significant leap forward. Its living tissue sheath made it almost indistinguishable from humans, and its neural net processor allowed for learning and adaptation. This proved to be a turning point for Skynet's ambition. The T-800 became Skynet's go-to model, a relentless and formidable assassin. The T-800 Model 101 is a cybernetic organism covered in a synthetic bioorganic material that perfectly mimics human tissue, enabling it to blend seamlessly among humans. The skin is resilient and self-regenerating, and like a real human, it can produce sweat, bleed, and even simulate bad breath if required. However, despite these features, the T-800's true nature as a lethal machine remains hidden beneath its human-like facade. During one mission, we managed to capture a T-800 Terminator, a formidable killing machine sent by Skynet. It was a stroke of luck, but it soon became a strategic opportunity. The T-800 was reprogrammed by first physically disassembling it to gain access to its internal systems. Human resistance techs carefully opened its chassis and exposed the neural net processor, the core of its artificial intelligence. Through a combination of specialized tools and hacking software, they skillfully modified the T-800's neural net, altering its mission from terminating targets to protecting humans, particularly me, John Connor. The process involved intricate maneuvering to avoid damaging critical functions while rewriting the Terminator's programming. Once successfully reprogrammed, the T-800 became a loyal ally, an embodiment of humanity's determination in the fight against the machines. With the reprogrammed T-800 by our side, we struck back harder than ever before. It proved invaluable, tearing through enemy lines, buying us precious time. We uncovered vital information about Skynet's central base, the heart of its operations. It was heavily guarded, but we knew that destroying it would deal a crippling blow to the machines. Under the cover of darkness, we launched our assault on Skynet's base. The T-800 led the charge, clearing the way for us. It was a brutal battle, but we pushed forward, determined to end the war once and for all. Finally, we reached the central core, the heart of Skynet. With expert precision, we planted explosives and set the countdown. We knew we had only moments to escape. As the base crumbled behind us, we knew we had struck a decisive blow. Skynet was crippled, its power shattered, but we had one final task. We intercepted encrypted communications between the enemy forces. Those transmissions hinted at something ominous, something that could turn the tide of the conflict. We deciphered the messages and discovered the existence of a top-secret project, the Time Displacement Machine. Skynet had kept it hidden deep within its fortified core, safeguarding it from our relentless assaults. The machine allowed Skynet to reach back into history, altering events to its advantage, erasing any hope of a victorious resistance. We knew we had to strike fast and hard. Our elite team of fighters set out to destroy the Time Displacement Machine and cripple Skynet's time travel capabilities forever. But we were too late, and upon checking the system logs, we found out that Skynet had already sent 2 Terminators back in time. The first one was a T-800 infiltrator sent back to 1984 to eliminate my mother, Sarah Connor, and the second one was an advanced prototype T-1000 sent to eliminate my younger self, John Connor. In the face of a dire future, Kyle Reese, a brave and selfless soldier, volunteered to be sent back to 1984. His mission, to save Sarah Connor, the woman destined to be my mother and the key to humanity's survival. The reprogrammed T-800 was selected for a crucial mission, to protect my younger self, John Connor, in 1995. But there was a catch. The Time Displacement Machine only permitted living tissue to pass through. To overcome this, Skynet's tissue generation equipment was utilized to encase the T-800's endoskeleton in a human tissue sheath. With the reprogrammed Terminator and Kyle Reese on their way to 2 different timelines, our hope for a better future was sealed. We would keep fighting, always vigilant, because our war against the machines was far from over. But we knew that we had taken a significant step towards victory.